Good morning, it's Monday the 13th of December and I thought I'd take you around a quick walk around the backyard. Alright, so as you can see, the blackberry thornless is in full bloom and is absolutely covered in these. I can't wait for that. I've been picking consistently off the berries, raspberries, strawberries, Youngberry and Silverberry, and so far we've got 5.5 kilos in the past week or so. You can see, pardon me, you can see that it's covered this one in red raspberries. The mint is going crazy. Lamb's ear is going crazy. It's so pretty. This little silverberry will be another couple weeks away yet. And this blackberry's finally giving a first year cane. It's taken a couple of years, so that's a Waldo variety, and it's giving off its beautiful pinky flowers. The thyme's in flower, and the gooseberry is coming along nicely. Alright, so silverberries in flower. It's starting to produce fruit, although some of these are not liking all the rain we've been having, and some have unfortunately gone a bit mouldy. The Youngberry is producing runners, and I'm trying to hold them up so that they don't tip root anywhere at the moment, just because I want to make a few new plants and I want to control where those tips actually start going for the 4 weeks it takes to actually get root growth. So this doesn't look very covered at the moment, only because the Youngberry is something that we've been picking from a lot, and it's where a lot of our fruits come from. The experiment with the Caroline raspberry, which is usually an autumn fruiter, to leave a couple canes to see what summer fruit it gets. It does get some. It's not as prolific as some of the summer fruiting varieties, but it's still a good quantity that I would leave approximately half of what I have to get some summer fruit off, honestly, because it does give a good amount. And then we've still got the autumn fruiting Caroline raspberries, the new growth that will fruit. We've got some tomatoes here as an experiment. They really don't like this spot. We've got some beans in there, some corn, another silverberry. It's doing alright. This has become a new bed, which is new since the last time we had a little look around. Peas are coming along. I mean, the weather's good for peas at the moment. It's up, it's down, it's rainy, it's cold. You wouldn't think it's mid-December. And then there's the golden peas. They're still going along really well. This is a newish bed as well. Basil, pumpkin, squash, corn, beans. Oh, Ange, if you're watching, there's your Greek beans that you gave us. They've run out of room and we need to sort of have them go up soon. More tomatoes, more zucchini, some more pumpkins. This bed's going well. You can tell that that side was planted way before this side. That's okay, it's only a couple of weeks difference. And it's changed massively since we saw it last. We've got the gorgeous little Roses, I love these. They're so pretty. It's a little thornless little pink rose. We've got some citrus in here, and these beds are coming up with the corn and the pumpkins and zucchinis, and trying to bring those lavenders back to life. This bed, this is new, and I've taken it over, and I've still got a few tomatoes to put in it. So in this bed I've got the strawberries, the tomatoes, I've got some zucchini, some golden nugget pumpkins, some, that one is a cucumbers, and I've got some sunflowers and some corn down the back. This one's still going wild, this bed, but it's amazing. We've still got the strawberries in it, the citrus, the potatoes, pumpkins, tomatoes, the Greek oregano, and the calendula, and then the purple peas. I mean, the bottoms don't look too great, but the top, wonderful. And this is the crop that we're wanting. So we're actually going to seed save these ones. I'm going to seed save and plant again, and with the weather being so up and down, I reckon we might be able to get some more peas. So we've got our little pepino melons in here. I don't think it's set any fruit yet, but it's flowering. It's flowering really well. We'll see what comes of this little one. Got lots of flower clusters. If you ever wondered what a pepino melon flower looked like. Got a few more seedlings. We finally got things off the trampoline for the kids. Now, this garden bed. So there's the thornless blackberry. They're red raspberries. Silverberry, that's half silverberry and half native raspberry. That didn't really work, and I'm not going to grow native raspberry from that plant again because it's not fruited in a few years. Silverberry and blackberry. So it's absolutely covered. As you can see, this panel seems to be ripening later than everything else. These ones are good. So the silverberry, you know it's ripe when it's got the dark purple to black, so those are pretty perfect. And we've got raspberries hiding away in there. Raspberries. The birds have come out looking for some berries, I think. But I should be able to pick, I reckon, at least another kilo today. I mean, we're pretty lucky to be able to say that. And the runner's getting pretty close to the phone wire, so I'm going to have to cut that one. This one's just as long, but it's decided to come down low. And they're next year's canes because it's a 2-year cane variety. They grow up this year, they overwinter, and then they produce all the fruit next year. Alright, so we've got our beans and different runners in there. Got our Loganberry. I got one Loganberry this year. It was quite tasty. It is something that I will propagate and plant out to get more of. There's another grapevine. This really hasn't set any fruit. I mean, it's a bit behind this year, I think. So let's see if it it does anything this year. That may just be too young. We've got our sea of blueberry plants. Our Panama berries aren't doing too much. Some recovering, I think they're Loganberries. No, Youngberries. They're recovering Youngberries. Our Temptation strawberries, a couple have flowers over there. We'll go down here. Got some beans and potatoes in pots. That's hayberry. More beans, they're doing really well. These are dwarf beans and they're starting to get to the point they're going to put their flowers on. We've got our green zebra tomatoes in there. Green zebra tomatoes in there. And we've got another, I think that might be a berry maybe. I think so. Got some spinach and some silverbeet, and strawberries are coming back on board again. We've got the tomatoes. I've got a space there, I'm not sure I'm going to plant in that. We've got our heritage autumn fruiting raspberries, some celery, some corn, some strawberries, some Thai basil, and we've got our black futsu pumpkins, more Thai basil, more plain basil, and black futsu pumpkin. We've got some melons on the side, but they don't seem to be going well. I've got some dwarf beans planted in these, so hopefully they come out. This Youngberry seems to be having a hard time. I don't know if it's the wrong soil, it doesn't like being in a little pot. I don't know. Temperature, who knows. Some beans, they've been voluntarily attacked again overnight. I don't know if I can grow beans in that side, but they're growing really well over that side, so maybe it's just how close it is to there, and that's where the snails are. Got some raspberries in there, got some strawberries in there, got a couple of pumpkins, some cherry tomatoes, some rainbow chard, some beetroot, a couple of corns. Like, this bed has been my trickiest one because it seems to have a different microclimate to those ones because of the proximity to the carport, which is just here. This stack is going really well. It's pine berries, so they're coming along really nicely. This bed is absolutely chockers. I've got my peanut plants. I've got my tomato plants, capsicums, chilies, beans, cherry tomatoes, beetroots. Rosella is coming along. I've never got it past the 2-leaf stage before and it seems to be going alright. I have more pumpkin, special pumpkin varieties, and got some watermelon in there. But again, it likes warmth and we really haven't been that warm consistently. I've put things in pots as best I can because we've had so many seedlings and I don't really want to compost a healthy seedling. We've donated some seedlings to food banks in the area, and hopefully we can get rid of the last ones over the next week, because we really don't need too many from the same life stage. So now would be our direct seed planting time, or seed planting time into little pots for the next round. We've got some tomatoes, different type of raspberry, Chilean wineberry, which are coming along. The next round of fruit is coming along. Not quite sure what happened to the old fruit. I think some of it had some fruit. Is it up here? Yeah, there it is. Not quite sure if it's dropped off or what happened. Anywho, that's okay. It's all been an experiment with those this year. We had so many cherries we've already picked. We've just got a couple left ripening on the tree back there. So because these are now not fruiting trees, we've planted things at the base to try and use the soil and use the plant as a trellis. So little bits and pieces. Chilies that we overwintered are coming back. New chilies are, they're flowering, so that's helpful. Got some strawberries in there. That Loganberry's been a bit of a bust this year. I don't know quite what's wrong with it. I've never had trouble with berries before, honestly. This is baffling to me. It's the grape from my dad's house that I grew up in that house. I grew up with these grapes, and I think I need to cover some of the bunches. I'm actually going to get, hopefully, fingers crossed, some grapes. And then we've already picked some cherry plums from the neighbour's tree that hangs over our fence. And waiting for them to ripen because the cockatoos were getting at them. So we had to pick them a bit early. That's okay. They're stone fruit. They will ripen eventually. And then we have some strawberries. Pick that because it's been eaten a bit. Got some strawberries. They're coming along. Davidson plum is a bit happier now it's a bit warmer. And the acai berry seems to be wanting to fruit again. The other one has some fruits on it. Little banana's doing alright. I think that's the red Dakar, and this is the blue Java banana we've got. Midgeonberry, this one's going to flower and hopefully give us berries, whereas this one did flower, but I really don't know about berries. I don't know if the fact they didn't flower at the same time means no berries or not. It's a bit of a learning curve with that one. The cinnamon myrtle that we're bringing back to life is looking a lot better. So that's our backyard at the moment. If you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment down below, and happy gardening.